So here are some strategies to help to just kind of minimize those fears that might come up. The first one is that I'd like you to consider being really curious about the fear. It's when we are afraid of it that we get ourselves stuck in the loop. But if you could look at it with curious eyes, it might change it up a little bit. Is there something that's specific in the group or in the event that you're afraid of that might happen? Or is it just a general feeling? And so I want you to consider your feelings when you think about an upcoming social situation. What emotions come up for you when you're walking through a crowd or when you're having a one-on-one meeting with somebody? See if there's a difference. And we can only do this, again, is if we are being aware of where we are, what we're doing, and how we are feeling. You can begin to notice the differences and maybe start to make some connections that you hadn't made before. Another idea is for you to get really rational. Sometimes when we are nervous or we're feeling anxiety, we're totally irrational. There's just the fear thoughts going on. But if you can get real rational, you can't really predict the future, right? You can't. You don't know rationally. You can't say what's going to happen in the future. So bring yourself back to earth. Bring yourself back to the present moment and acknowledge that you can choose to actually think that this might be a good experience. Again, like in the last episode, tell yourself a different story. Or you could actually choose to assume that it's going to be all negative. And the reality is you can handle either one. If it's really negative, you can handle it. And obviously, if it's a really positive experience, you will enjoy that also. But just know it doesn't matter which one happens. You can handle it. But why suffer twice by worrying about it beforehand or dreaming it up, right, so to speak, and then also going through the situation? Assume that it might be a good experience. Tell yourself that new story.